Hi everyone, I am Ariel Lim, and this is Ariel Lim Yoga. So you know who I am, you know what we're doing. Thank you for joining me on the mat today for yoga to wind down. In today's practice, we are going to let go of the day thus far. We are going to move through a nice gentle practice, and hopefully this will help you to wind down for the rest of your day, night, week, whatever it is you need to wind down from. This is the practice for you. So we'll sit in a nice, comfortable position. I highly recommend you grab a block if you have one. If you don't, it's all good. It just adds a little extra support in our practice. If you'd like, you can be kneeling. You can come up to Sukhasana, so our easy pose, a lotus, whatever feels good. Using the block to lift our hips a little bit on whichever setting. I don't recommend the high setting, but you do you, boo. So we'll sit up nice and tall, letting the hips grow heavy as it becomes connected to our mat or to our block. We'll find length along the spinal column, reaching up through the top of the head, the shoulders relax back and down. We'll take a nice deep breath through the nose and exhale, settling into our practice. Take another nice deep inhale through the nose and exhale, beginning to let go of any stress or tension in the body. On our next inhale, we'll rise the arms up and overhead, reaching up towards the sky. And then we'll bring the right hand to the mat and reach over with the left hand for a nice side body stretch. Bringing those fingertips as far to the right as feels good in the side body, the low back, the shoulders. Inhaling back to center, reaching up towards the sky. And then we'll bring the left hand down, reach over with those right fingertips towards the left side of our mat. Take a nice deep breath, trying to stay rooted through the hips. Inhale and exhale. We'll come back to center. We'll rest the palms gently on the knees, and we'll move into some coffee grinders. So we're stirring the body in one direction, bringing the chest forward, coming back, tucking the chin and the chest towards the spine. Inhaling to come forward, smoothing out the chest. Exhaling back. Couple more rounds. Just rinsing it out. And then we'll move in the opposite direction. So we'll come back, bringing the chin towards the chest, and smooth the chest forward. Exhale to come back. Inhale as we move forward. Couple more rounds. Should feel really nice in the low back and the torso. And then we'll come back to center, finding a moment of stillness before we rise the arms up and overhead, reaching up towards the sky. And then we'll take a twist to the right, bringing that left hand outside of the right knee, sitting up nice and tall. Inhale and exhale to twist, gazing over that right shoulder. Take another nice deep breath here in your twist. And exhale, coming back to center, lifting the arms up and overhead. Maybe you gaze up at the sky. And we'll take it to the left, bringing the right hand outside of the right knee or the thigh, sitting up nice and tall, growing long through the spine. And exhale to twist, taking the gaze over the left shoulder this time. Take another nice deep breath here in your twist, helping you to wring out that spine, let go of anything that needs to be let go. And exhale to come back to center. We are going to find our way to a tabletop position. Keep your block nearby. We'll bring the shoulders above the wrists here. Bring the knees below the hips. We'll spread the fingers nice and wide, distributing our weight evenly through the fingertips. And on an inhale, we're going to drop that belly, lift the chest and chin into our cow pose. Inhale. Exhale to round the spine. Lift the navel to that spine, the chin to the chest for cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, find your cat. Taking a few more rounds at your own pace here. Waking up that spine. So we're able to find a nice stretch here in our practice to wind down. Couple more rounds. Exhaling to cat. Inhaling to cow. And then find your neutral spine, flat back, reaching the tailbone back towards the back wall, reaching the top of the head towards the front. And then we'll bring our block down by our side here, well, the side of our hands. We're going to use it as a pillow as we move into our thread the needle pose. So on an inhale, I want you to reach that right arm up towards the sky, opening across the chest. And exhale to thread the needle, bringing that right arm underneath the left, bringing the right shoulder to the mat, and bringing your head to your block. Taking a few moments here, breathing into that shoulder, breathing into the low back. Taking another nice full deep inhale and exhale, letting go, surrendering to the stretch. On our next inhale, we'll come back up to center and we'll adjust our block so we'll be able to bring the left side to the block as a pillow. As we inhale to lift the left arm up, reaching up towards the ceiling, opening across that chest. And exhale to come down, thread the needle, bring the left arm behind the right. Maybe you need to adjust your block as a pillow. Taking a nice full breath, breathing into the shoulders, into the low back. Exhale, letting go. Take another nice full inhale. Breathe all the way into the belly. Exhale completely. Beautiful. We'll come back up to our tabletop position. Bring the big toes to touch. Extend the knees out as wide as your mat or as wide as is comfortable for your hips. And begin to bring the hips towards the heels. You can use your block underneath your forehead as a pillow here as you reach the arms forward. And maybe you begin to rock the forehead side to side on your block, smoothing out any tension in between the brows, in the forehead, massaging that third eye. Take a nice deep breath, breathing into the hips, and exhale to let go. Finding a couple breaths here at your own pace. Beautiful. We'll begin to come back up to our tabletop position. Move our block to the side for just a moment here. Finding our foundation, bringing the wrists underneath the shoulders, the knees underneath the hips. We'll step that right foot back and out for a moment. And then we'll step it between the hands for our low lunge. We'll keep the left knee and the top of the left foot on the mat for some stability. And we'll lift up, bringing our block underneath the left hand, enjoying this lunge, enjoying the stretch in the hip. On our next inhale, we're gonna reach that right hand up towards the sky for a gentle twist here. No need to go too deep. And exhale to release the right hand to the mat, and we'll step back to our tabletop position. From here, we'll move our block over just a bit. Taking an inhale as we extend the left leg out for just a moment. And exhale to bring the left foot between the hands. We'll bring our right hand to our block, coming up for our low lunge here on this side. Take a nice deep breath here. Breathe into those hips. Exhale. And then we'll begin to reach up with the left hand for a nice gentle twist on this side. Inhale to open across the chest. And exhale to release that left hand to the mat. We'll move our block aside and come back into our tabletop position. From here, we'll bring the big toes to touch, extend the knees, and come back down for a child's pose. Once more, using that block as a pillow underneath the forehead. Make any adjustments you need in the hips with your block. Just breathe here. Maybe you bend your arms at the elbows, walk the elbows forward, bringing the hands together and behind the head. Walking the elbows out a little bit, getting a nice stretch in the upper part of the back and shoulders, and in the upper part of the arms. If you do any type of strength training, this should feel really nice. Or if you carry a lot of stress in the shoulders. Take a nice deep inhale. Breathe into any areas carrying any tension. And as you exhale, let it go. Beautiful. We'll come back up for a moment into a kneeling posture, keeping our block where our forehead will land as we move into our rabbit pose. So we'll come up into a kneeling posture. We'll bring the hands behind the back, clasping the fingers, pulling the fists down towards the floor, and then we'll begin to come forward with the forehead. Bringing the forehead to our block, letting the hands fall out behind us. The rabbit pose here. Take a nice deep breath. And exhale. Enjoying this inversion. Feeling our blood flow. Letting go of any tension you may be carrying in the neck, in the upper part of the back, in the arms, in the chest. Just let it go. Take another nice deep inhale and exhale. We'll come back to our kneeling posture. We'll move our block aside, and then we're going to come down to our belly. You can keep the legs straight behind you, or if you want to move them apart further than hips distance for some stability as we move into a Sphinx pose. It's all good. We'll bring our forearms to the mat, gently tugging back with the forearms. The elbows should be beneath the shoulders as we pull our chest forward. Take a nice deep breath here and exhale. One more nice deep inhale. Breathe into that solar plexus. Breathe into the back. And exhale. Letting go in these areas here. And then we'll bring the forearms on top of each other, stacking our arms like a pillow. We'll bend the right knee at a 90-degree angle in a half frog posture. And if you have that block, you can put it underneath the knee for a little extra support as we just lay here and breathe. Yoga here. Take a nice deep breath here. Breathe into that hip, that thigh, that right glute. down through the foot. Take another nice deep inhale, pulling breath up through the feet, through the shins, through the knee, the thigh, the hip crease, up through the torso to the crown of the head. And exhale to breathe down the left side of the body, the back of the shoulder, down through the low back, through the glutes, the hamstrings, the calf muscles, out through the foot. Just letting go. Take another nice deep inhale, nice cleansing breath up through the feet. And exhale back down. Beautiful. We'll remove our block from the right side. Bring the top of our leg, our shin, our knee back down to the mat. And then we'll bend our left knee at a 90-degree angle, placing our block underneath the knee on this side if you would like. We can adjust the position of your arms, or you can keep them the same, whatever feels good to you today. This is your practice, and this is your winding down time, so do what's going to help you wind down. Take a nice deep breath, this time breathing up through that left foot, through the shin, the knee, the thigh, the hip crease, the torso, the shoulders, up through the head, and as you exhale, breathe down to the right side body, the right shoulder, the right hip, glute, hamstring, calf muscle, out to the foot. Take another nice cleansing breath, just like that, breathing up through the left foot and out through the right. Washing away any stress, anything in your way of finding peace. Take another breath here and exhale. We begin to straighten the legs. We'll bring our block forward. You could stay here in a crocodile pose using your block as a pillow. And if you'd like a little bit more, what we're going to do is we can cactus those arms, bringing the left cheek to the block. We'll turn onto our left side and step the right foot outside of the left leg. Depending on how deep of a stretch you want in the psoas and in the shoulder, will depend on where you put your foot. So if you want a deeper stretch in those muscles, you're going to bring the foot closer towards your glutes. And if you want less of a stretch, you can bring the foot further away from your glutes. And again, you could be on your stomach in a crocodile pose if this stretch is just a little too much. Different postures work for different folks, and that's all good. Take another nice deep breath, breathing into the shoulders, breathing into the psoas. And exhale. We'll come back through center, and then we'll take that to the other side if you would like. So you can bring the right cheek to the block as a pillow, turning onto the right side, stepping that left foot behind the right leg. Maybe this side you can bring the foot a little closer to the glute. Maybe you bring it a little farther away. Play around a little bit, see what feels good. See what helps you let go. See what helps you find peace. Take a nice deep inhale here. Breathe into that right shoulder. Breathe into the left leg and hip. Inhale. And exhale. We'll come back through to center. You can extend the right foot towards the back right edge of the mat, and the left foot towards the left back edge of the mat. Bring your cheek to whichever side. Feels good here if you have a block, or maybe you use your hand as a pillow. We're going to take our Shavasana laying on our tummies today. Being on your stomach is great if you have anxiety, if you just want to let go. Feel the support of the mat or the earth beneath you. Take a nice deep inhale here, breathing up through the feet, up towards the top of the head, and as you exhale, let go of any final pieces of stress or tension that would get in the way of you being able to fully wind down. Take another nice cleansing breath just like that. And as you exhale, release the weight of your body into the support of your mat beneath you, and enjoy your Shavasana. Slowly begin to wiggle the fingers and the toes. Maybe you take some ankle circles and wrist rolls here. Waking up the body. Taking a moment here to reflect on our practice. Notice your energy. Notice how you feel. Notice if you were able to let go and allow yourself to wind down. And extend gratitude to yourself for making it to the mat today and taking care of yourself and preparing yourself for a moment of peace. We'll slowly make our way up to a kneeling posture. Using our block, if you have one, on the low setting or the medium setting, placing it between your legs and sitting down on top of it for a little extra support. Maybe you keep the feet underneath the glutes. Maybe you extend the feet out a little bit in a hero's pose. Sit up nice and tall. On our next inhale, we'll rise the arms up and overhead, and then we'll bring the right hand to the mat for a quick side body stretch, reaching the left fingertips towards the right side. We'll inhale back to center, and we'll take that side body stretch over to the left, reaching up and over with the right fingertips. Inhale back to center, and then we'll just take a quick twist to the right. Sit up nice and tall. Inhale. And exhale, we'll come up through center, and then we'll take that twist to the left. Take a nice deep inhale. One final rinse as you exhale, letting everything go. We'll come back to center. Rise the arms up and overhead. The palms meet. The hands come down in front of heart center. Thank you so much for joining me on the mat today for this yoga to wind down. I hope you were able to let go of the day thus far. I hope you were feeling ready to wind down and relax for the rest of your day or night or week, whatever it is that you want to wind down for. I hope to see you again soon. And as always, from my heart to yours.